What is up, you guys? It is Mr. What If here, bringing you a brand new little video on my YouTube channel. So, yeah. Um, uh, we left off where, recap of last part. We left off at Yu Yake, where Deku and Yu Yake had their agreement and disagreement. But mainly the whole time disagreement, but we ended it with an agreement. So, yeah. So, I know some of you guys are wondering how I said, oh, last part that Deku was followed by Yuyake, the guy with the red hair. But I also said that Leo Zeppeli was also being followed by two other guys. So, this part is going to be a little bit focused on him, but it still contributes to the story. So, but this part is going to be a little bit focused on Leo Zeppeli than Izuku Joestar, but it's still gonna be part of the story. So so we're gonna start off from where we're gonna start this off from where, of course, we know Leo and Joey split up, and Zuku went to the train terminal while Leo went to the bus stop. So Leo is at the bus stop waiting for the bus, but he looks at the bus stop schedule and he realizes that today the bus stop ended early. The bus station ends early today. So he's like, "Oh, come on. I have to walk home." And this is when, sorry about that. This is when he would walk he would walk 5 blocks. I'll say that he would walk 5 blocks to the point where he starts to get a little bit hungry. And then he realizes that there is a restaurant down the street. But by the time he gets there, since the entry exam stopped at around 7, walking down 5 blocks was literally an hour and good 28 to 29 minutes. Diner is what, an hour away by walking distance. But I'm not gonna be able to. But if I use the money that's in my wallet, I'm not gonna be able to get enough for a big meal. Fine. And then this is where he would use his phone and call up a cab to take him to the nearby diner that's literally an hour away by walking distance. So this happens. So by the time he gets there, it's around 8:30ish. No, not 8:30ish, because it's an hour. So I would say it'd be 8:30. By the time he gets in to the diner, it's 8:30. So it's night, and it's a nice night out. It's a full moon. It's a full moon. Sky is clear, full moon. You can see a few stars. It's nice. So he walks into the diner, and then as he walks into the diner, he sits down. He takes a table for, well, he goes to one of the desktop areas because there's a few diners where there's like, you walk in. It's one of those diners, like you walk in and then there's like seating like around the side of the walls and all that. Then you have the tables and all that. Yeah. So he goes and sits by one of the corners, stops by where you can look out the window, and there's a good seat by the window that he can look out. And then he can see the moon and all that, see the lights a little bit, see the city streets and the moon. So yeah. And so Leo goes sit down and he orders what he wants. He orders white rice with curry chicken with a side. He orders white rice, buttery white rice with curry chicken, and he'll take a glass of water. And he'll take a nice cold, no, not, he'll take a nice cold glass of apple juice. Yes, a nice cold glass of apple juice. He'll take that. Because one, it's affordable, and two, it's a good combo. Literally, white rice with curry chicken, with a cold beverage of apple juice on the side. Not a bad choice, if I might say myself. All right. So, and he just sits there. He's enjoying himself. He gets a text from Joey saying that there was somebody that followed him, and there was probably people following you. And this is when Leo would say, "Are you serious? I haven't seen anybody or felt any presence." And then this is when Joey would text him, "Where are you?" And he says, "Remember that area where both of us met for the first time, and there was a diner over near that area by the alleyway where when we had our first meeting?" And then he said, "Yeah." And then this is when Joey would text back, "Yeah, I remember." And then he said, "I'm over by that place right now enjoying a good little meal." And then this is where Zuku would type, "Don't go anywhere, I'll be right there." And then this is where Leo would text, "Okay." And then he would quickly go back to enjoying his meal, as to where he would feel somebody's hand touch his shoulder. And he sees that it's a kid that looks around his age wearing a jacket, and he seems to be a little bit drunk looking. Seems to look a little drunk. And then this is when Leo would say, "You alright?" And then this is where the kid with the hoodie would say, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just drunk a little too much, had a night with the friends." And then this is where Leo would do the nice common thing, and then he would ask the guy, "Does he have a car?" And then the guy would say, "Yeah, I got a car. Why are you trying to steal it? Because I'm drunk." And then this is where Leo would be like, "You're drunk inside of a diner, and you think I'm going to steal your car?" And then this is where the kid would be like, "Well, are you?" And then this is where Leo was like, "Nope, I was gonna help you to your car." And then he was like, "Aren't you eating?" This is when the boy would see that Leo finished his food rather fast, and then he says, in his head, "This kid must have a fast metabolism." And then this is when Leo would say, "Well, I finished eating. I'm just waiting for a friend, but I could help you to your car, sir." And then this is when the guy with the jacket would say, "You don't have to call me sir. By the way I look and the way you kind of look, we're around the same age." And then Leo would say, "Yeah, I guess so." And this is when Leo would help the guy out, would help the guy to his car. And then as he's helping the guy to his car, a kid with glasses would walk over and say, "There you are." And then he would say, "Oh, thanks for helping my friend out. He kind of, vanished on us. We didn't know where he went." And then the boy with the glasses was like, "Didn't I say don't run off like that? You know what you do. What happens when you're drunk?" Then then the guy with the jacket would say, "Yeah, yeah, I know. I get a little bit crazy. Just give me a minute to recap everything." And this is where Joey would text Leo, and then Joey would say, "I'm 6 blocks away from where you are. I'm 8 blocks away from where you are. I'll be there in a few minutes." And then this is where Leo would text him, say, "I'll just meet you up. I'll just walk down. I'll just walk down few of the blocks and meet up. We'll meet up in the middle." And this is when Joey would type "okay" with the meth face emoji. And this is where Leo would start to walk and say goodnight to the two guys. This is where one of the guys. This is where, as Leo gets 2 blocks down, he feels somebody's behind him. He quickly turns around and he sees a guy wearing all black. Do karate kicks him to a nearby alleyway into a bunch of garbage. And then this is when Leo gets up and says, "Who do you think? What in the? Who do you think you're kicking like that?" And this is where he would see a guy dressed up in black with a white mask. He would see this type of person dressed up in an all black suit, but he has a white top face mask. And he was like, "It's not even Halloween and you're running around wearing a suit. Let me guess. You're a villain." And this is where the figure would start to just laugh, like ha 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 ha. Just ha 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 ha. Just laugh like that, and then Leo would say, "You think this is funny?" And then the figure would just keep laughing. And this is when the figure would bring out knives that you can see clearly in his hand, and he would throw it at Leo. Leo would quickly, barely dodge one of the knives, cutting him in the back of his thigh. And this is where Leo would find a metal pipe, and then he would enchant it with hormone and run to go strike at the figure, at the man wearing a white mask. He wouldn't miss due to having an injured leg and not moving fast enough, while the figure would do another kick, sending him literally flying across the street. Like literally flying across the street onto the other sidewalk. And this is where Leo would get back up using the pipe and try to run down the alleyway. Now is Zuko's point of view. Zuko sees Leo get kicked across the street onto the other side. And he sees Leo get up and run into an alleyway. And then after when Leo gets up and runs, Izuku sees a guy with a black suit but with a white mask with knives in his hand chase after him quite fast. Blitz across the street chasing Leo. Then Izuku will say, "Dang it." And then Izuku will run across the street, try to run into that alleyway, but he remembers that he's 3 blocks away, so he has to move fast. And back to Leo point of view. Leo is trying to dodge to the best of his abilities. And Leo would come out the alleyway, turning a left and he gets somewhat down the street after when he turns a left out of the alleyway, and he sees a old pawn shop. And as he sees this old pawn shop, he uses the iron pipe he has, and he smashes up against the glass, breaking into the store. Now, this does trigger the alarm. This does trigger the alarm to the pawn shop, as Leo would go behind the counter and try to look for something. And this is where Leo would find something very interesting. And the figure with, and then the guy with the white mask would walk into the store holding out the four knives, just laughing. And this is when Leo would say, "You think you're funny? Well, I got a joke for you." What's his, "Hey, I got a joke for you since you like to laugh." And this is where the figure would stop laughing and say, "Huh?" And then, and then Tommy, and then Leo would say, "Riddle me this. His name is Tommy, and his last name rhymes with fun." And this is when the figure would say, "Huh?" And then Leo would say, "You don't get it? His name is Tommy Gun." And then this is where Leo would enchant the Tommy Gun with hormone rapidly firing at the figure, causing the figure to get blasted right out of the store. And then this is where Leo, after remaining bullets were in the Tommy gun, runs out of bullets, but he did end up blasting the guy out of the store. And this is where he would throw the broken gun, because due to the hormone power he was pushing into it, he accidentally kind of broke it. Well, he broke it, just straight up broke it. And this is where we would see the guy in the black outfit with the white mask would quickly get back up and start laughing and bring out an extra set of knives. And then Leo says, "You gotta be messing with me." And this is when Leo would find. This is where Leo would find a grenade. This is where Leo would find an old demi grenade, and he would say, "If you come any closer, I'll blow you sky high." Before the figure could run over or throw the knives, this is where we hear "shoot." We would quickly hear "shoot, shoot, 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 shoot." And this is where Leo would say, "Speaking of the devil." Oh. And then we would just see a rapid fight, just rapid punching scene. So if you guys seen Jotaro versus Emerald Green, you know how Star Platinum grabbed Emerald Green by the neck and just started rapidly barrage punching Emerald Green in the head? Yeah, that's what Smooth Criminal was doing to this figure, to this guy. And this is when Smooth Criminal would give out a final shoot, sending the guy flying across the street, smashing into a pickup truck. And this is when we would see Zuko run over and say, "Are you alright?" And then he would say, "What's with the demi grenade?" And then Leo would say, "Don't even want to talk about it. Don't. Zuko, it's not even a good time. Don't even talk about it." And then, sorry about that. Even though that was literally 3 minutes for me, that was probably 2 seconds for you guys. Alright, so this is where we'll see the guy get back up, and he would somewhat get back up a little bit and throw knives at Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal using one of the shackles on his arm, quickly creating a little bit of a portal, sending the knives shooting back out. But before that could happen, before the knives hit the figure would disappear into black smoke. This is when we would see a guy with kid with glasses walk up behind them and say, this is where a kid with glasses would walk up to them and say, wow, you guys really are powerful. Especially how you were willing to use that demi grenade. And this is where another guy with the jacket would walk up from behind the guy with the glasses, slapping him in the back of the head. And then Izuku and Leo will see this guy, and they see that one of his eyes are just straight up light blue. And then the guy with the blue eyes would say, the police are coming. We all better get out of here quick. And this is where Izuku would say, who are you? And then this is where the guy with the blue eyes would say, my name is Trevor. My name is Trevor. The kid with the glasses, well, you can just call him Kid. We need to get out of here before the police come. And this is where Trevor would go get the car and pull the car around, telling the three of them to get in. So as they get in the car to drive off before the police come. And then Izuku would ask, who are you two? And then the guy with the blue eyes his eyes would go from being completely covered in blue light to normal regular blue eyes. And then his normal regular eye colors, which is gray. And then he would say, what was that? And then this is where Leo would ask him, why was his eyes all just literally full on light blue? And then he would explain that it's his quirk. And then he said, quirk? Yeah. And then he would say, we are here. And as they get out the car, they would be in front of a house. In front of a nice miniature-sized house. And then they say, we are here. And then he would explain, like I said, my name is Trevor. My quirk is called photo. It's called gallery. It allows my eyes to be covered in nothing but the blue light that you saw earlier. And with this, my ability allows me to basically project images into my mind or scan. I'm able to scan areas, see at night. If I want to, I could turn off people's quirks. And I also have another ability that allows me, if I gather enough information or enough detail, I'll be able to photo project a crime scene into my own mind. So yeah, that's the ability of my quirk. And then we would go to the kid, and this is when the kid with the glasses would say, yeah, and my name is what everybody just calls me, Kid. And I'm just like you, Joey. I have a stand. And then Leo would say, let me guess, that guy with the black outfit and white mask. And then the kid with the glasses would say, correct. My stand name is Shadow. It is called Dark Jester. Or Black Jester, which one you want to call him. I just call him Black Jester. And this is where the figure would start to arise from the black smoke. and would give the same greeting. And as he is posed in the picture, is how he greets them, and he starts to laugh. And then Izuku will say, "Let me guess, that's what your stand says." Or, do is laugh. And then this is where the boy with the glasses would say, "Correct." Let me guess, your stand says shoot. And then Izuku would say correct. And then the boy would and then this is where the boy with the glasses kid would say, "Well, we should better get inside the house. He's gonna want to speak to all four of us." And then this is where I'm going to be ending this part right here. So I hope you all like and subscribe. Comment down below on what you would like to see in the next part. And please, pretty please, go to the description and check out everybody's channels that is there. Until next time, fams, this is Mr. What It Fears. Peace.